They have released the dog. I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do it 100% gamer, bro. If no one else working hard, I would do it for the gamer. Yo, can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTSS, RPG, or maybe even MMO. Howdy, and welcome back to another video for Lord of Heroes. Now, I need you to hit those like and subscribe buttons as I post content daily. Alright, link to our Discord where we talk about this game and more. Link to that will be in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment below. So we finally did it, people. I wasn't able to record the full fight, but I was able to get the very end of it because I didn't have any hope or faith that I was actually going to do it until I realized, wait a second, we get all these turns before the boss get a turn, and it's HP low. And then we just put them hands on him, gave him them body bags, showed him what that is about, and then put him on his back. And that's how we did it. He wasn't ready for us. He wasn't ready for us. So I'm about to go over my team, what I did, my thought process, and a lot of things that I want to talk about and share, because it's not what you think it is. It's everything what it's gonna be. And just hang tight. And we about to talk about some stuff here. I have no notes for this. This is just fresh, like right after the battle, sort of, kind of. Okay, a little too loud for me. A little too loud for me. I'm not sure how it is for you guys, but a little too loud. Maybe I should just turn it down in the headset. It doesn't matter. All right. So here's my team. We running Helga, Red Charlotte, Zyra, Red Snyder, and Blue Charlotte. This is the team comp that I was using. It is actually weaker than my normal team comp. And when I'm saying weaker, meaning you don't have to be as strong or as powerful as you think you have to be to clear this. Like not even close. So let's go back so we can check everybody out. Alright, now that we back, you can notice here that Fram is missing a few pieces of gear. Now, those pieces of gear is what I put on my Blue Charlotte, and she's really was like the key to success for me here and in this fight, because I was trying to do it with the same team plus Fram, and I kept getting close and close, getting the boss HP down, but it's like as soon as we get down to like the very little end of it, we cannot survive. So first thing for this boss fight, double healer is important, people. I'm going to say this again. Double healer is important, people. All right. Now that we understand that she's not really that strong and she's still a 3-star, let's take a look, I guess, gear and stats. So let's take a look at the stats. We sitting a little over 8,000 HP, 400 defense. HP and defense is important. I keep trying to stress this to people that don't understand the concept of these kind of games. They might have played a few before, but I've been doing this stuff for years. So when I say, and I mean like 5 years of like hundreds, I'm lying here, hundreds, but definitely quite a few gacha games that I've played. And the mistake people make is the first thing they think, oh, her heals is based off of attack, so I gotta get all the attack, and then you're squishy as all ever and you get one-shotted. Well, that's your problem right there. You don't come in squish. You got to be tanky. HP and defense is important, people. You need some speed as well because you want to be faster than the boss. I'm not exactly sure where the speed fall off at because we wasn't looking at that. We was just slapping on gear and trying to make sure we do the best. But you want to be able to be in front of the boss because you cannot die. The worst thing you can do in that fight is die. You die, he attacks again, heals himself, and you're dead. That's pretty much it. Game over. So here's our gear right here. We have attack, even though it's a percentage and we want flat. This is pretty much the best we have, and it's a 6-star at that. So it's going to scale better than a lot of our lower grade flat attacks. Like, this is definitely not going to hold a candle to this one here. Even though I think it might be a little high. It might be a little higher since it's +9 and this is only +6. We wasn't at, like, I don't really have enough gold to, like, level it up. Like, I'm really going bare minimum with her gear here. This is how easy this fight become when you have the right setup. So we go on HP here, defense there, HP here, and then we got HP here. You can see a pattern here, and then speed because we need to be able to move. I did level her up from where she was because I was trying to test her out and use her because I bought her because I wanted the red Vanessa. I wanted the red Vanessa because she has AoE heals plus a plus. All right, let's just take a look at her because I can't remember what her skills are. All right, so we have AoE heal proportionate to her attack power was cool, but we grant drain. That's pretty much the same as the other one. And then she had, oh no, this is the wrong one. This is blue. This is blue. I didn't mean to click on blue because everybody's going crazy for blue, so that's why I probably did that. All right, so we have AoE heals here because all that is proportionate to her maximum health, and then she makes us invincible, so not being able to take hits. I didn't know it was going to cost me 500,000 renown. I thought you just automatically unlock them, but keep in mind any character you need to unlock to get another character unlocked is going to cost you renown. Just so you know that. Alright, but the second one heals all allies in proportion to the amount of the user's defense and increase all allies' defense for 2 turns. So having a defense buff for everybody plus a good heal, and she's like the full epitome of what a tank healer is supposed to be, what a tanky support is supposed to be. Defenses and heals, because attack heals is terrible. Terrible in a lot of these games. It's very few games, and I would have to say very few. I think the only one off the top of my head, King's Raid, is the only one where heals based off of attack you can use early game. Generally, that's a mid to late game type of thing, and having heals based off of attacking, even if they throw like a healer like that for you at the beginning of the game, you definitely want to go with something more suited with heals based off of HP for the most part. Defense is good as well because you want them to be tanky, but you can make it work not relying on heals because Red Charlotte is the key to success in this fight. She is number one, hands down, the main unit you need. Why? Is because everything that I've been telling you people, especially the people in Discord, since I've been playing this game, since I done started, is you're not relying solely on heals. Her shield is important. Mitigating damage is important. So you make her tanky enough to survive, and she's able to keep your team alive. Bars. Alright, another thing that is going to be important to have in this fight is the attack break. Like being able to break the boss's attack is important, and that's why she's really strong in this regard, because you're going to spam heals, and when you're not healing, you're trying to break the boss's attack. And who supports her on that is Zyra with her S2, who also has an attack break, which is great. But Zyra is important here because you have the 2-turn death break. You want to open up with this skill, so kind of want Zyra to move first. So you want to have her fast enough so she moves before everybody else. Granted, you don't have like something that boosts this turn bar or something like that. If some of you that's out there spending and got some of the other heroes that can do a little bit more supportive, especially like turn bar boosting, then of course they will move first. But Zyra, you want to be able to break the boss's attack soon as the match starts. So you see we have a lot of speed on her, and her build here, we got defense. You see she has a lot of defense. Look at that, plus 900 on her right now. Defense. We got speed here, and then debuff rate, because we want debuff rates a decent amount so she can land her debuffs, so she can land as much as she can, and she mitigates a lot of the damage with her high defense, so she doesn't need a lot of HP, but getting as much HP as you can is still going to be good and beneficial utilizing her. So that's why she is in this team. I didn't show off my Charlotte's gear because we re-geared everything, but we have defense here on her weapon. I had to make sure I got something defense on her because even though she had good HP, she was just taking too much damage, and I needed enough defense. You can see we're plus 200 here, so she's over 600 defense. I needed enough defense for her to be able to survive them hits, especially once we get really low. And this was just through my testing before even bringing the blue Charlotte. And then we got the HP here, attack there, because that's like our best stuff. HP here. Then we have speed, because speed is king, people. Speed is king, and more HP. This is the kind of what you're looking at for her in particular. Now for our main DPS, we're running the red Schneider, and you can see that he's like in a league of his own when it comes to his combat power. Now here we're running attack here, attack there, defense here. Kind of seeing a trend, aren't you? Like, defense is important. Mitigate that damage, crit damage, and then crit rate. We have him on a full crit damage build, so to speak, though. But even though he doesn't have much HP, though, because he had pretty decent base defense, having enough defense is going to help you mitigate a lot of damage, so he's not being hurt. And then his skills is what helps as well, because he helps with the healing, but for itself, his S1 has a heal based off of his damage, and his S2 also has a heal based off of his damage, and he does multiple attacks with his S2. So it's real good against multiple enemies as well, and it's really strong for this battle. I don't think I did his S3 like at all in the battle for winning. Yeah, I don't think I did it at all. Sometimes I did it through the testers, but the battle I won, I don't think I did it once. It just wasn't needed because I was mostly spamming both of the Charlotte skills. Mostly trying to get red Charlotte for the shield, but blue Charlotte, she's also going to be pretty handy here in cycling in between the two, because she has not only a heal, she grants the regenerate. So this is double healing on top of each other, plus utilizing her S2 to do some single heals if necessary, mostly on herself, just because she was so weak in comparison to the rest of my team. And she gives a shield with that, but generally we still spam in red Charlotte's shield. Her S1 has a sleep, and sleep does nothing to the boss, so that's not quite a thing. I'm using red Schneider, but you can use any DPS. DPS doesn't matter. And I guess the other DPS was my Helga. Now, granted, she's built as a bruiser, not because I want to, but because this was the only gear I had. But it worked to my advantage because she still does damage. You can see here she doesn't really have a lot of attack, but you see she has a lot of defense here. But she got HP here, but she got a lot of crit subs and everything, stuff that's going to help her for the fight. HP here, just because, just to have it. Then defense here, because defense is definitely needed in mitigating damage. And then defense here as well. Mostly I think it was like the substats. Like, I got a good roll. She got crit damage, some speed, and a good roll on the attack percent as well. Trying to get as much attack through subs and everything. That's why I was kind of going with the gear. Then crit rate here, and then a little bit of crit damage, more attack. Trying to get as much attack through subs and speeds as well, just so she can be in line. And plus debuff rate with plenty more attacks and some speed there too. But we got the debuff rate mostly just because of she does sap damage on S2 and burst. We didn't use burst at all, but her S2 we did use. We use that quite often to try to get that extra little sap damage. I do have one of her artifacts, so this is kind of boosted up a little bit. We're getting that extra damage just because we got the artifact for it. And then she has a self-heal which keeps her topped up, so we stayed pretty much healed up the entire match for the most part, running the double heals. Now that's pretty much the team setup. Now my recommendations here when starting out, I do highly recommend you get the blue Charlotte. Reason is it costs you 3k gems, unlike the Vanessa everybody was going crazy over. Now, with my experience on my alternate account with Vanessa, she is amazing healer. If you have any problems with getting 3 stars on boss stages, she hands down will carry that for you and guarantee you a 3-star. Other than that, you're going to take a lot of time trying to save up to get 6K gems, which I believe, in my opinion, is a complete waste. You can spend 3K, get your blue Charlotte, you already have red Charlotte, and spend the rest on gear, because your alchemy is what's going to really carry you, and as far as building your characters. Doing these 11 times pulls, like, I don't know how many I did, but doing these 11 times pulls and getting gear, whether you get the best gear or the worst gear, because you see my gear, not all of that gear is good, not all of it is the builds that I want on it, my Helga especially, but it worked out to my advantage. And outside of buying gear, you still need to level it up, and it's going to be hard to farm enough gold to do so. So my recommendation there is to go up in here into the shop, and if you can, buy this gold pack here, the a million. I literally went through almost 3 million in the last 2 days of this recording. Maybe the last 3 days, because this video is going to come out a day after me recording it. But literally that much, because I needed the gold to level the gear, and I was trying to take my gear to 12, trying to get my gear up there, and it's not really all good gear, but you don't need, that's one thing this game is forgiving about. You don't need the best gear to progress. And another tidbit that I want to add, because I was 5-starring thinking that I was going to need a 5-star to do this. You can legit come in here with like 4 stars. You see my blue Charlotte was a 3-star. Like, you literally can come in here with max 3 stars, probably max 4. I'll say 4-star at the very least, though. 4-star probably at the very least, like close to max 4 stars, max 3-star at the very least, but close to max 4-star, because we still got like a lot of levels just to get on what we have, and like our team is not even, like, they're not even max. So it is definitely possible, achievable. It is not what people thought it was going to be or how hard it was going to be. But also, for you people that already have the blue Vanessa, just build your red Charlotte. That's all you need. It's just to build your red Charlotte, and you're good to go from there, because blue Vanessa does have great heals, but that shield is important, because keep this in mind: if you gotta revive somebody from being killed, chances are your team is already dead, because the boss ain't playing that. He got them hands. I'm gonna say it again. He got them hands. Oh, somebody died, but I got a tanky enough Vanessa to revive team. Boss gets turned, hands. You're dead. Done. You don't want those problems, so making sure you get your shield up, though. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I am so excited that I have finally done it. I definitely have to shout out my Discord. You guys are so amazed. I swear, if you're not in this Discord already, like, it's really the community that we have so far is what's making all of this happen. Like, everybody is just contributing and doing their part, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So I can't even remember dude's name exactly, because he shared some of the Korean videos that kind of showed me and made me like rebuild my blue Charlotte, because I already had it. I can't pronounce your name on Discord, but you know who you are. You know who you are, man. You shared those 2 videos, and I was like, you know what? I can do that. If it's that easy and that simple, and they had less power than I did. I think there was like 9K or something. And I'm like, if they can do it like that, I can do it like that. And I tried it out, in the very first try, I won. But I'm done here. I'm not going to take up any more of you guys' time. But I hope you did enjoy it and learned something new. And if you did, make sure you smash that like button. If you didn't, there's a button for you guys as well. Link to my Discord, where we talk about this game and much more, is in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment below. I would like to see some more of you there. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe for more Lord of Heroes content. What are you waiting for? It's more of you guys watching that's not subscribed than there are subscribed. I'm getting close to 1,000. Help a gamer out. Help me hit that 1,000 subscribers, man. Hit that button, man. Turn that notification bell on, man, so you can be the first to see my content when it goes live, people. And this is your host, Gamer Dude 2088, and I will see you next time. And I'm out. Deuces. Man, I'm so hyped that out.